Good morning. I'm Beth Brownlee.
I want to make sure we don't skip our special musician for this morning before you give your welcome. Okay.
So we're going to start with some music first by Gabe Perea and Ryan Humphrey.
Thanks, Beth.
So, I'm Beth Brownlee.
And I'm Jackie Weber.
We stepped into a breach left by the pandemic to be your leaders of youth and family programming this year.
I don't think we intended to do that. Well, I didn't intend to do that, but this one.
I totally intended to do that. You're going to hear my kid play cello at the end of this service because he was in my ballet. He's made his best friends here. He's learned about sexuality here in a very responsible way. This village has been so supportive of my kids and my family. I wasn't going to let a pandemic ruin that legacy for a new batch of kids. So first, I started by taking Jackie to Mammoth. It was on the occasion of Ian taking his first backpacking trip with the Scouts. And I told her we could have some regenerative time there in the mountains. Well, we did.
By Saturday night, we'd seen a mammoth vision. Literally a mammoth vision, get it? To reboot RE. We talked about how this community and family ministry provide an environment to model UU values in a variety of settings, with babies and parents in the nursery, with our younger kids and emerging adolescents and young adults and full-on adults. We would seek to build a community that prioritized relationships, acceptance, and mutual support, and we'd seek to do it all with a spirit of invitation and fun.
Today, we're putting youth front and center. And we think you'll enjoy it, and we hope that you'll want to see more, and we'll be back. For now, I'd like to invite Arlo, Megan, Thiel to light our chalice. Come, let us worship.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arlo Megan Thiel. I'm here to light the chalice today, of course. Okay, today's chalice reading, What Do Our Children Need on Sunday Morning? By Lowell Brooke. They need to light a candle and have a quiet moment to enjoy its mystery. They need to sing a song to hear their own voice and other voices join together and to feel the feelings that are stirred by music. They need to hear a story and have a chance to share their own, remembering that we are each different and also very alike. They need to create something, expressing themselves, whether using words or materials, helps to bind the different parts of ourselves and life together. That's what religion is. They need to be with an adult who is interested in the world and who feels the privilege and responsibility of their trust, one who is glad to be with them and regards them positively. Into this safe and encouraging context, we may weave the contents of our religious traditions, the history and common threads of our identity are important to be sure. But without this essential loving embrace, the education will not be religious. Thank you.
Good morning. Okay, I need all of our cottage kids. We're on next. Come on, y'all. Come on, we've been practicing. Come on, y'all.
Keep coming, we got more, we got more. Come on, we got in the front here. Let's go, right here. Here we go.
One of the many cool songs that we have learned in our class this year. It's a new one, and we're happy to add it to the UUCCSM canon.
So Cynthia, I'm going to repeat that for our friends at home. So we're going to be singing This Pretty Planet by Tom Chapin. And here we want y'all, the kids are going to sing first. And then they're going to do a whole section, and then we'll all join in together and sing with them. So we want you to sing with them. And they've got words, they've been practicing, so we're going to help them also. Ryan?
Start with a piano intro, and then I will cue you with my finger, okay?
Your
We'll be doing the concert series next week. Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Community Church and Congregation of Santa Monica, California. I am your worship associates, now in plural, fabulous. Amy Brunell, my pronouns are she, her, and I am really glad to be your worship associate today on such a wonderful occasion. We are delighted to have all of you here for our end of year youth service. So that is awesome. We're gonna lower the adult voice here, so I'm gonna do these things that I normally do pretty quick so we can get back to the kids. But wherever you are, here or in our online sanctuary, we are so glad you are here. Summer is coming, and there is still a lot happening at UUSM. We have many ways to get involved with our important work of working towards justice and creating community and just having fun. We have amazing religious education and personal development for all ages. We also join with other social justice activists to work for justice and harmony in our world. We invite you to nurture this beloved community with us and further its transformative work in the world. May you find comfort, may you find community, and may you find inspiration here. We have a practice of acknowledging the land that we are upon, and this land acknowledgement is written by Sean Neil Barron. We gather together as a community of seekers to honor the interdependence of life, to respect the dignity of all, and to honor the land that we humbly walk upon. Friends, let us acknowledge as we walk upon the traditional territories of the Tongva, the Gabrieleno, the Kiz, the Ventureno, the Fernandendo, the original nations of the land who continue to cry out for justice and self-determination. We are blessed with a space and an opportunity to strive to live out our common principles, to bring justice, equity, and compassion into our daily lives, to resist all that threatens the earth and her people, and to live out our dream of a world of community of peace, liberty, justice for all. Let these thoughts carry us forth as we journey and worship together. Blessed be. Please rise in body or spirit, or both. We're going to be singing our Teal Hymnal song today, number 1024. Teal Hymnal 1024. This is one of my favorites called When the Spirit Says Do. According to our hymnal, When the Spirit Says Do is an African-American spiritual from the civil rights period. In the UU Song Information page, it tells us this was one of the songs that was used during the civil rights era at virtually every demonstration, mass meeting of activists, and march in the late 50s and the early 60s. Singing songs helped give the activists strength and a sense of self. So we'll be singing that song, and then we're going to remain standing for our covenant and our hymn of praise.
You've got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do. Oh Lord, you gotta do when the Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says do.
Love. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, thus we covenant with each other. Eleanor, Ecclesia, Buscar, Libertas, Sacramento, Viver juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento de la libertad, subir a la humanidad en comunión, así es como vivimos unos con otros. You can sit. Look at all these people here today. I just have to notice that for a second. I just have to notice that for a second. That's awesome, possum. Hey, we're going to do the West Side Food Bank. So I am looking for those donations. And at the same time, I'm going to call up Ada, who I've known since she was knee-high to a grasshopper, but now she's much taller than I am. So Ada Megan Thiel is going to come up while we're getting our cans. We work with the West Side Food Bank and have for many years. And we believe our service to the world can be embodied right here, right now, every Sunday. Oh, look at this. Ida always brings good stuff. What'd you bring today? I know you brought me sauce. Pasta? Good, good. Love it. Look at all these great things. May I introduce the fabulous, by the way, that picture of you at the senior, gorgeous. Unbelievable how beautiful you are. So anyway, very proud of you. And we're going to recognize now Miss Ada Megan Thiel. And she's going to read a story. So I think we need all our friends again, don't we? Yeah. We need all our friends. Come on, friends, let's go. Story time.
Let's do it. Okay.
Oh, I love it. I got new friends. Woo.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Today we're going to read He Came with the Couch. Our family needed a new couch. We looked and looked, but we couldn't find a couch we liked. By nighttime, all we had found was a tin horn for me and a squeaky bone for Roscoe. Then Dad suddenly hit the brakes. Aha, he cried. Soon we were heading home with a new couch. Who is that back there? I asked. I don't know, said Dad. He came with the couch. The next morning, he was still there, so I gave him some toast and let him play with Bonnie. I'm Sophie, I told him. Who are you? But he didn't say anything. Can we keep him? I asked. No, said Dad. Mom and Dad tried to persuade him to leave, but he didn't budge. Maybe he's sick, I said, so they called the doctor. It's an acute case of upholsteritis, said the doctor. He needs to get out more. So we took him to the Grand Canyon. We took him to the beach. Mom and Dad said we just have to get used to him. We took him to Washington, D.C., but he never left the couch. Great, I said. Then one day, a branch snapped and I fell from my tree. Help, I screamed. There was a sudden crash. He saved me. That's why we're all so glad he came with the couch. But it wasn't long before we were off to another rummage sale. She came with the chair.
Where's my Cynthia? There she is. May I introduce to you the Cottage Kids teacher, who is also a fabulous volunteer, and I told her to really brag about all the amazing things she does with the Cottage Kids, and this is Miss Cynthia Littleton.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. I mean, I just want to say, I mean, just by short way of introduction, I am a long time, I have just rejoined this church. I was a member for about 10 years, and then at the end of 2012, my family moved to New York. I came back just about this time 2 years ago, and I re-engaged, and I have rejoined as a member, and I have really re-engaged. Took a little bit. Moving cross country is hard. Pandemic was terrible. But once I finally re-engaged, I could not be just more happy, more fulfilled to be part of this RE program. And look at what we have to work with here. It is, I mean, that is Arlo's beautiful chalice lighting. The reading used the word privilege, and that is honestly how I feel. I'm gonna break up. I just know it. It was listening to the rehearsal of the beautiful songs. Anybody could understand why I could lose it listening to those beautiful songs. But truly, it is my privilege to be with this particular age of children. They are the heart and soul, the thrumming heart. They run around. They are the heart and soul of this church. And in my travels now, the last decade, I've been to a number of churches that were not as fortunate to have as many kids. A church needs a vibrant youth program, period, full stop. That is the heart and soul. And so I really am, it is truly my privilege. I am so glad that we have had a nice, consistent group of kids. And so I am here to basically say, we need your help in two ways. We need, for those of you with youngins, we need your kids, and consistency is so helpful, because it just really helps build the bonds that are so important, the bonds that go beyond the curriculum and the classroom and even the crafts, but those bonds. And I know, because I had a son who came through this program with a lot of the children of Beth and Jackie and Amy, and the fact, I can't express how meaningful it is that as I kind of plugged back into the UUCCSM world, I learned, many churches had a lot of struggles during the pandemic. I can't express how meaningful it was that these two, who we literally, our children grew up in the trenches together, that these two have said, we're not gonna let this go. We're not gonna just let the RE program go. They put in so much work, they put in so much heart and soul and intention. And I do feel like the universe was aligning, because for me to come back to New York and then be ready to really commit, I can honestly say it is often one of the big highlights of my week is spending that 90 minutes. So we need your children. Bring us your children if you've got them. And also please, we do need some more parent volunteers. Because the number of volunteers that we have rotating in and out kind of dictates the scope of our ambition, because we would like to do some more things outside of the cottage. We would like to do more field trips, more service in the wider world, but for that we need parent volunteers. And we are, Jackie and Beth have been, and Amy Thiel has been incredible, really working on a curriculum to get, to have a more formal curriculum and a schedule and a process, and more to come on that as we get ready to come back for the church year in the fall. But just really wanted to plant the seed, and that we definitely need some more parent volunteers, because ideally we would like to have even more discrete age ranges. Right now we have our kids are so precocious, they're so smart. We have everything from 5 to 9 in one class, which isn't ideal. We would like to be able to break it down more, but we just don't have we hadn't had the consistency, and now we don't have the teachers, because obviously you need 2 adults for each class for obvious reasons. And so the more volunteers that we can get, the more consistency, just the more that we can do. And just some of the things I wanted to show that we've been doing. I love crafts. This is literally like this is truly a privilege to me to have a reason to come up with a short, 15, 20-minute craft idea that we can execute in the cottage. But we just brought here, you can take a look at them. We brought some examples, of course, tissue paper flowers, flower communion service. And we talk, I mean, this class, and Jason and Jess can attest, this class, we talk about heavy things sometimes. We talk about very serious things. We are drafting off a curriculum that is part of the Soul Matters curriculum that the church is using. So it is connected with what we call big church. And when we talked about flower communion service, we talked about Norbert Chapek, who died for what he believed in. And we talked about that. The flowers were flower communion service. We should call this class 101 Things to Do with Paper Plates. But it's just endless. It is only limited by my creativity and what the kids want to bring to it. So we make all kinds of things with paper plates, often to encourage the kids to be an expression of themselves. This is what I want to tell the universe. This funny little contraption here with the marshmallows and the pasta, that was part of the Soul Matters curriculum. It was encourage the kids to be creative and create new things. So we had marshmallows and pasta. We had the Unitarian cootie catchers. There's a better word for it, but yeah, we had the cootie catchers, and just all kinds of things. So basically, the class it is really simple, and it will be the most clean fun you have all week. It's basically we come in, we have about 5 minutes of conversation. We talk about joys and concerns. We usually have a story or sometimes a story video. We have a craft that reinforces some of the themes in the story or the video, and we have snack. Because who doesn't love snack? My focus group of one, Benson, Benson somewhere in Chicago, hi Ben. My focus group of one, I asked him, he's 20, almost 22 now, and I asked him, what do you remember about RE? Snack. That's the first thing that comes. But that snack is also conversation, community time. It's all about building bonds and building communities. Come play with us. It will be so fulfilling, and I really mean it. If I leave you with nothing, truly, it is my privilege to be part of this community, to be entrusted with your kids to do slightly wacky things with healthy snacks at the end. I really appreciate it. I would love to have longer conversations with anybody who'd like to talk more about this program. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that the power, and this, I won't be able to get through this without choking up, but the power of this church is its permanence. Every time I sit down on the floor with this gang, I see in my head, I see little August, I see Alex and Michael and Ian, who was in Utero. Being part of that continuum is more meaningful than I can put into words. And I know that a lot of people here know that and feel that, but for the younger members, for the younger parents, I can't express how important this place and these years can be to your family. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Blessed be.
You want to stand next to her? Okay. Can you introduce you? Will you tell everybody who you are?
I'm Zia. I'm Mariah. I remember that one day in RE we read a story about a girl who lived in a gray and gloomy city. She loved art. One day she met a muralist on the street. She asked him if she could help him paint murals. Some of the neighbors passing decided to join in. Before long, they had made the entire city colorful. One thing I learned from this story is that if you work as a team, you can do anything, even make a gloomy city colorful. Also, I really enjoy First Friday fun and games. We like the food, and there are lots of kids around. Some of the games we really enjoy are hide and seek, tag, and the floor is lava. It's especially fun when there are more kids around. Okay.
That was great, guys. So yeah, you got your own name tag. I'm super impressed. I would like to call up Santi.
Hi. I'm too small for this. Hi, my name is Santiago, and I'm going to be talking about passion and what really makes me calm. So there's this one sport, soccer, that I really like, and in my opinion, it's the best sport. And let's say I get yelled at by my mom, but I don't get sent to my room. I go outside to play soccer. It helps me calm down. It helps me forget about all of the bad stuff that happened. And sometimes playing soccer can be hard. Sometimes I miss a lot of shots and I get frustrated. But one thing to help me calm down for that is taking deep breaths. And so I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and I say, it's okay, I could just try again. So, and speaking about calm things and passion, the church makes me calm and passionate. It helps me learn how to express my feelings to others, and it teaches me different ways to do stuff. And there's this camp that I really like and that I'm very comfortable with. It's called the Brunell. And the Brunell is one of my favorite camps I've been to in the summer or winter. And the first day I was there, when my mom brought me to my cabin and helped me unpack my stuff, after I was done, one of the cabin counselors could tell that I was very nervous. So he asked me, are you nervous? And I said, yeah, a little. So he said, all right, do you want me to show you around and stuff? And he made me really comfortable there. And it's just a really good camp. Thank you.
Santi, you did an excellent job. And I liked you mentioning camp, so that made me super happy, And my next friend is Nico. Come on up.
Hello. Hi. This is my essay that I recited for my 5th grade culmination, and I changed a little bit to match the theme. So I'm going to say it to you now. Change can be hard and scary, especially when you're leaving a lot of things that you love behind. This can mean people, places, and other things. My time at UUSM has affected me in the most amazing way. I learned how to do hard things. I made new friends. I learned how to cope with my feelings. Many people have influenced me in my time as an elementary school student. Some of my biggest influences are my teachers. They set goals for me. and gave me something to look forward to every day that I show up to school. It's not only my teachers that inspire me, my friends. They help me see the changes that are beneficial in me. Change doesn't happen overnight. The kind of change helps you grow. It takes time. We all go through change in many different ways. The middle school journey will be a change that's very unknown to me. I hope to learn to better handle my emotions, which I have many of. But most importantly, I want to set new goals for myself. I want to challenge myself to do harder things. I have made it to the point where I can reflect on my elementary school experience. Am I feeling glad? Maybe sad? How will I adjust to this big change? Will I make new friends? Change is full of many new emotions, and I've yet to discover them, along with my peers, the class of 2023.
Nico, that was great. Santi, you were great. Sia, you were great. All of our kids are so amazing. So Nico's starting middle school. It's going to be time for him to do OWL because we're still catching up from years without OWL. We'll actually be running 4th grade through 6th grade, and Nico, I'm sure you're going to love that.
But we needed to get out our current 7th through 9th graders up to speed with age-appropriate sexuality. So we rounded up 13 kids from the congregation, from Scouts, and from schools. We decided to host an OWL teacher training and recruited an awesome batch of new teachers and conceived a programming agenda that would promote bonding first and make education more fun. We camped, we played in the snow, and we learned about sexual identity, gender expression, and so much more.
We're excited to welcome these dozen kids into a new coming of age program this fall. And we expect that they will emerge from high school as wonderful as our youth who have bridged this year and in recent years. And Ada, who will be graduating shortly. So hopefully we've got some photos. Do we have photos?
Yep.
Awesome, look at that. So Spencer Michelson, Beth's kid, graduated from Santa Monica High School in 2020, and he's now living and working in Fort Collins, Colorado. We got, next we've got McCartney Hutchinson.
McCartney Hutchinson graduated from Palisades Charter High School in June 2021. He is currently attending UCLA and studying trumpet under Jens Lindemann.
Sophia Martin Straw. Sophia, who's in the house. Oops. Oh, or that's Lee. So Lee Henricks Richmond joined our UU family at 3 years old. Lee graduated in 2022 and is currently a conservatory cellist, getting their bachelor's in musical arts at Lawrence University in Wisconsin. And I think we've got a little video from Lee. They send video greetings from on campus. We might have been a little ambitious with the video, I'm not sure. Mia, what do you think?
You got it there.
Oh. There's Lee, though. Hi, Lee.
Okay, so what Lee would be saying if Lee was talking, because I got a transcript before they recorded, was that they learned so much here, that high school, when they graduated, was not the end for them. Indeed, they went to the General Assembly last year and bridged at General Assembly, and they're going to be there again this year, and they've emerged into leadership in the Unitarian Universalist Association. And it's really exciting to see youth who get moved by the passion that our principles and our purposes have and help us live into the world. And Lee's awesome. All right, let's get Sophia Martin's straw, hopefully. If we don't see a slide of Sophia, she'll be up here shortly. You'll get to see her in person. She graduated from Culver City High School in 2021, and she's a lifelong UU and is currently studying theater at Pacific Conservatory of Performing Arts in Santa Maria. My Lord, that's a lot to say. She is a theater performer and writer. Her stage name is Sophia Joy. She's working with our youngest kids in the cottage this summer with Cynthia, and she'll be performing shortly, and we're looking forward to that. Finally, we are celebrating soon-to-be graduate Ada, Megan Thiel. She's graduating from Culver City High School and will be attending Yale University this fall. And she's got an intention to major in political science. So with that, I think we're welcoming somebody. Next, we are doing our offertory and our announcements. That's another.
All right. So today we're going to focus on the kids, so announcements are going to be short and sweet. First, our annual meeting is next Sunday. We do need you here. We are going to take a vote for our budget and our board, so please attend if you are a member. It's super important for the governance of this congregation. Second, I will be at General Assembly. Will you? But you can be. Jeremiah and I are going to be there. Jack is going to be there. Ellie and I heard Eileen's going to come. Lots of people. Susan's going to be there. So you can actually be at GA online. And I've actually done this for 2 years where I couldn't go, so I registered online. So if that's seeing the national organization of what we do as a community of over 150,000 Unitarian Universalists across the country. We have over 850 congregations. It's really important what we're doing in the work of anti-oppression and anti-racism specifically right now. We're also focusing on climate justice and lots of other really important things. So please feel free to sign up online and see some workshops. And lastly, Johnny is going to be doing a fun music jam on Friday the 23rd. It's a family potluck music festival. So he's going to tell you more about that next week, but it's going to be great. There's going to be all kinds of music and instruments and fun. So I hope you'll put that down in your calendars. Today, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to have an offering for the Transgender Law Center, which I'm going to talk about. But for our offertory music, Sophia Martin-Straw is going to be singing to us. So that'll be just a wonderful, amazing experience. I'm very excited about this. Today, 50% of our offering goes to the Transgender Law Center, which is the largest national group led by trans people to advocate for self-determination. Just as we see women losing the legal ability to control reproductive decisions in many states, we are also seeing a quickly multiplying set of laws against trans people. This group is clearly an easy target in the so-called quote-unquote culture wars, and if this legal abuse stands, who will be the target next? Today, when you give today, can you make a difference to a group cruelly singled out for legal discrimination in a growing number of states? There are many ways to give, and we have a lot of QR codes and all kinds of things coming up with ways to text, and I really appreciate you being here today. It's been really neat to see all of you participate, and thank you to the children. It's been amazing. I've got more to say later, and thank you for sharing your time and your voice, and of course, your dollars. Sophia?
I'd like to thank Ryan for helping me out this morning on such short notice. Thank you so much. Anyways, sorry, I saw somebody at my school do that, like shake the nerves out very quickly, so I'm just gonna try that really quickly on for you all. She did it like that. I miss her so much. Okay, I'm ready to move on. a child pretending. Weary of lies you are sending home, so you sign all the papers in the family name. You're sad and you're sorry, but you're not ashamed. Little green, have a happy ending. Just a little green, like the colors when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow. Just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow.
Wow. Thank you, Sophia. It takes a village. We hatched this idea on a mountain, but it came together because of an amazing coalition of folks from across the congregation who came to the table to support our families. Some of these awesome people wore multiple hats, but I'm just going to recognize them for their primary role, or we'd be here for a lot longer. We want to thank our core Youth RE team: Cynthia Littleton, Lisa Moran, Eric Pazel, Shauna Shockett, and Jackie Weber.
Our wonderful OWL teachers, including Alan Brunell, Nick Henning, Caro Knapp, Leon Henderson McLennan, Mike Monty, Beth Rendiro, Larry Weiner, and our fantastic program lead, Amy Thiel.
Friends from across the congregation supported us in specific ways. Amy Brunell in worship, Lois Hutchinson and Susie Pickett in communications, Joanne Peters in reimagining coming of age, and Chris Brown in gumdrop structures and general mayhem.
And the Women Plus community, who listened when Zia spoke up last spring and helped breathe life into a First Friday Fun and Game Night, including Teresa Castelli, Audrey Urbis, Barbara Gibbs, Kim Kelmanson, Barbara Kernigan, Lauren Poole and her partner Charles Maston, Kim Miller, Laura Weiner, and Cassie Winters. I hope we didn't forget anybody, but if
Amy Brunell.
Oh, and Amy Brunell, oh my God, Amy Brunell. Sorry, you should have been first. Well, no, we mentioned you earlier, so. Anyway, if I forgot anybody, we'll catch you next week on the rebound at the Volunteer Appreciation Service.
But it takes a whole village to build a multi-generational, beloved community. We hope you'll join us in the coming year. Together, we will equip our community to do good with great heart and much joy.
Now it's my joy to introduce your child, Ian Oakes, and my dear friend Lois's child, and Brad's too, but Lois is really my dear friend. So Delaney Hutchinson. Right, and Brian is the father of Ian's. I'm sorry, these women are my women. So they're going to come up and perform our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home.
I'm gonna take this. Okay, Ian, what are we doing?
We will be performing Blue Boat Home. So, hello. One sec. I'm gonna have to. Oh, Ryan to the rescue. Thank you, Ryan. Snap it, right? There we go. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Okay, we're gonna be performing Blue Boat Home. Ian's gonna be playing solo on the cello. I'm gonna be accompanying him. And then he's gonna play through the melody twice. And then I'm gonna tell you guys to sing. Because we all love singing that song. I know I do.
Do we know what number it is in the hymnal?
It is 1064. 1064. 1064. If you will. Oh, in the teal hymnal. And yeah, I'll just let you know when to start singing, and I will start singing so you can follow my lead. Cool. Ian, lead the way.
I'm a little verklempt. To my kiddalos, where's my cottage kids? Where's my young teenagers? Where's all my people? Hi, Eloise. Hi, honey. To the children of UUSM, it matters that you were born. It matters that you are here. The gifts you have offered us today have widened our hearts. Our Unitarian Universalist principles ask our community to nurture your spiritual growth and your search for truth and what is meaningful to you. As a community, may we commit to your growth and potential. May we commit to your burgeoning spirit and your imaginations. May we commit to supporting and loving you. May it be so. And Santi, we're going to master our kick. Yes!